What's good? It's Unconventional AF with Jaleel Wavy back with a new episode. Happy New Year 2026. New year, new me loading. I will be at the gym. Don't judge me. Mind your business. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about the one and only, the GOAT, Drake, but it's not good news. Someone's have filed a class action lawsuit against him. Now, everything that I'm about to read is from Rolling Stone. Drake, Aiden Ross used online casino money for artificial streams. New class action lawsuit alleges a racketeering conspiracy that preyed on consumers. That is the headline of the Rolling Stone article. The lawsuit filed in federal court in Virginia claims the three men worked with Stake to prey upon consumers, unlawfully expose them to the substantial risk of gambling addiction, and jeopardize their financial well-being. The plaintiffs say they were influenced to participate in Stake's predatory gambling event after viewing Drake's paid promotion of the site, including live stream gambling sessions and giveaways. That's interesting. So it seems like they're blaming Drake for their gambling problem. Maybe they were led to believe that they were going to get something that they did not get, that it was never guaranteed. According to the complaint, Drake, Ross, and the Australian national identified as George, they have a last name that I cannot pronounce and I'm not going to try, act as zealous promoters of Stake in exchange for payment and access to the platform, which the lawsuit describes as a covert money transfer conduit. Ross and last name I cannot pronounce, but the Australian man, George, did not immediately respond to a request to comment, and then a representative for Drake also declined. The lawsuit filed by the plaintiffs, Lashana Ridley and Tiffany Hines, alleges the three men used Stake users to use their tipping feature to directly transfer money among themselves. The complaint characterizes the program as an unlimited and wholly unregulated money transmitter that appears to exist outside the oversight of any financial regulator. Finance fraudulent streams of Drake's music, amplification campaigns that at times targeted competitors with disparaging content. Or disparaging content. I'm not going to say this does not surprise me, but as a diehard Drake fan, I was wondering when something like this was going to happen because, you can't be out here suing Universal for basically boosting up the streams for Not Like Us. And then the boys won't respond with something else. I'm not a big conspiracy person, but I entertain it. And this is just like confusing. It's like, funny, right? You try to sue for boosting streams, and now people are trying to sue you for boosting streams. I have a problem with Drake right now, as the diehard fan that I am, my favorite rapper of all time. And I would love to know the opinions of other diehard Drake fans, not you punk ass haters, like the real Drake fans that love that man's music through and through like I do. I was very upset that we did not get Iceman last year. We did not get the album, but I also am not surprised because it's like, how are you going to put a new album out under a label that you were suing? I didn't think they would be okay with that. And now we are left here in 2026 and we do not have a solo Drake project. And the one thing that I've noticed with Drake lately, that he has lost the plot. The main thing is not the main thing anymore. Yes, he tried to do a cute little rollout with streaming stuff on YouTube, which I never watched, by the way. I'm a diehard Drake fan, but I ain't that type of fan. Like, all I care about is the music. Everything else, bro, you can have that. I'm not watching no live stream on YouTube. I'm not about to get into state. I don't do all that. I want the music, that's it. And I'll show up to the concert. But that's all I'm doing. But when he was doing all of these things, and I saw the live stream for Steak with Aiden Ross, and I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Where's the music? Where is the music? The main thing isn't the main thing anymore, and that is a problem for me. There were a couple of great lines in a Drake song back in the day that I actually think about often because, you know, with these new rappers and musicians, but let's just stick to rappers, you know, people like Sweetie and whatever. I ain't gonna name names. But these rappers nowadays, they don't have to make music to stay relevant due to social media. They don't have to make music to stay rich. They actually probably make less money on music. Their name, their image, their likeness is worth more than their catalog unless they go on tour. That's why Cardi B was able to survive so long without dropping an album and going on tour, because Cardi B is a superstar. She don't even need the music if she didn't want to make music anymore. Hell, Sweetie was over there complaining about people don't take her seriously and they're sleeping on her, when it's like, you haven't even gave us a full album. So how do you expect to be further in your career when you not out here dropping music? You got McDonald's meals. You look good. She look real good. Real good. But you're not putting out any music for anybody to take your music career seriously. And when it comes to Drake recently, every time I see this man post on Instagram, it's some bullshit. It's memes. It's random photos of stuff that just don't make sense. And I'm over here looking at my imaginary watch wondering when the album coming. That's the one thing that I respect about J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. They seem like they only care about the music. They drop their album, they go on tour, they go back to their family. They don't care about all the glitz and glam of the industry and being out here in these streets like Drake. Drake is a rap star. He want to be outside. He want to be running through women. He want to do all that stuff, and that's great. Great music. We don't care. But let's stay on track here. Where's the music? Where's the beef? Where's the music, Drake? But back to this great verse or verses in this song from Drake that sums up what he is doing right now. 6 p.m. in New York. Album, if you're reading this, it's too late. A great album, by the way. I know rappers that call paparazzi to come and get them to show their outfits off. Guess they need the attention. I remember when it used to be music that did it. But then again, times have changed, man. Who are we kidding? Drake, it seems like you just like the attention. And like I said, I would love to hear from other Drake fans like myself to see like what are y'all opinions on Drake currently. How do y'all feel about Iceman not dropping in 2025? I know I'm still gonna be here waiting for the music to come when it come. I just want it to come. So yeah, Drake fans, if you see this on TikTok, drop a comment below and let me know how you currently feel about Drake. That's all I have for today. Yes, Drake Glizzy. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I am posting full videos on YouTube now. So Jaleel Wavy on YouTube if you want to see the full video. Follow your boy on Instagram and TikTok at Jaleel Wavy, and the podcast Unconventional AF on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you for listening.